If you still want to train during Ramadan, then watch this video because I'm going to go over my training principles, what I'm doing, and how I'm going to stay in shape as best as possible throughout the holy month. I'm a revert, this is my second Ramadan, so I'm still learning, but hopefully I'm going to give you some advice and tips that you can implement in your life. I'm going to go over the training times, nutrition. Let's go. So the first thing is training times. The big question that everyone talks about is when is the best time to train during Ramadan? And honestly, it depends on you. I know people that are training early morning, I know people that are training late at night, but I have two recommendations and 2 times I would personally train, so I'm going to share them. The 2 times I would train is firstly, maybe around 40 minutes before breaking your fast, before Maghrib, or just after breaking your fast. Now I do the first method, so I train just before breaking fast because I'm near the end now, I can see the finish line. So I just bang out a session, get it done, then I'm done and dusted, I can break my fast and go on my day. Or option 2, you break your fast with like a date or some water, so you don't fill yourself with massive amounts of food. You get enough energy just to get yourself through the session, then you can go home and have your proper meal. And the benefit of both of these times are it sort of allows you to go to Tarawih as well. The next is training, and what would training actually look like during Ramadan. For me, to be honest with you, you can train 3, 4, 5 times a week. It doesn't really matter that much because the training is going to be less intense as normal. So for each session, what I'm doing is a full body routine, but what I do is basically 2 sets per exercise, so it's not as high volume as normal, and I'll work from legs and all the way up to the upper body, and then I'm done. And the benefit of doing full body is because even if I only hit 3 days a week, at least I've hit all of my muscles with enough frequency, so I'm happy with that. It keeps me going, it keeps me moving, I'm cool. So what I'll do is I'll just leave a quick screenshot of one of the sessions that I did, just so you got a brief idea of what it looks like in terms of my training. And if you want to stick to your own routine, so you don't want to switch and do another one, here's a couple of adjustments that I recommend you make to make your training more suitable for Ramadan. So the first one is cut your sets back to 2, like I've done with my plan. Another one is to cut your reps in half, so normally if you're doing a set of 12, just do a set of 6 instead. Another tip is to cut your weight or load in half. So for example, if you're squatting 80 kg, just squat 40 or 60 kg instead, just to make it less intense on your body. And another one is that you can regress the actual exercise to make it easier. What I mean by that is, let's say you've got an incline dumbbell press on one of your routines. To make that easier, just go find an incline chest press machine instead, because when using the machine, there's a lot more stability. You don't have to think as much because everything's in line, and it's a lot more injury risk free as well, so you've got that benefit. So yeah, there are a couple of things that you can do to adjust your routine to make it a bit easier. And a thing to keep in mind is when I'm training during Ramadan, I'm not training to gain size or gain strength. It's a lot more for maintenance. Not only just maintaining strength, but even maintaining the habit of going to the gym. I'm not bothered about making massive progresses or trying to uncover a new calisthenics move or anything like that. I'm just training to keep myself moving, to keep the blood flow going. That's something to keep in mind. So if you feel like it's not as intense, that's fine. I would recommend that's a good place to be at, because we're obviously not eating and we're in a different sort of routine. We don't want to be stressing our body out too much. And the next, and arguably the most important point, is nutrition. And because I'm living on my own, I like to keep things very, very simple. So for suhoor in the morning, I would always recommend just having 2 slices of toast, 3 eggs, and some fruits. Fruits are good because it's got a lot of water in there, so it'll keep you hydrated for longer. Also drink water as well at the same time. Make sure you drink at least 1 litre if you can. I know it's hard, but get up earlier, it's worth it. Get up like a good hour before Fajr, so you have enough time to drink as much water as possible. And then throughout the day, do whatever you need to do, work, business, study. When it's time for iftar, break it with a couple of dates and some water. And if you're in the second method of training, go train, then come back and have your main meal. The main meal, trust me, this is a game changer. Go to your butchers and just buy marinated meat, especially if you're living on your own. Just get marinated chicken thighs, marinated chicken breast, or some beef or something like that. And then all you have to do is basically, I got an air fryer, it's a game changer. If you do have one, get one. When it comes close to iftar time, just put the chicken in the air fryer or the beef in the air fryer, and I just eat wholemeal wraps because it's so much easier instead of having to cook potatoes and rice and all that stuff. If I have time, then I'll do it, but wholemeal wraps are a game changer. I can have it like roti, so I just rip it up, eat it with the chicken and eat it, or I can have it like a wrap. And yeah, if you do have an air fryer, I would definitely recommend using one, or if you save up your Eid money and actually buy one, because it will be a game changer for you during Ramadan and outside of Ramadan, because it saves you so much time, which is the most important thing. But inshallah, you've taken some ideas that you can implement and hopefully use, which will keep your habit of training during Ramadan and keeping yourself healthy as well. Yeah, if you need any specific guidance or support, I'll leave a link in the description, because I'm doing some coaching calls, so if you need any support, just click that link, and if there's anything I can help you out with, I will do my best to do that as well, inshallah. But as always, bro, you know my message: keep building, keep progressing. I'll catch you in the next one, and Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and maybe sisters.